Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Disney Infinity 3.0 video. And this, ladies and gents, it is finally here. It is time for Blitzbox. I tried to record this video yesterday and the day before because I wanted to have it out on Wednesday, of course, but there were several different technical issues. So hopefully all that's settled and we can get rocking and rolling from now on, guys. By the way, I did want to mention Blitzbox is going to be going live every single Wednesday, so you will see a new episode of Blitzbox for the foreseeable future every Wednesday. But keep in mind, of course, if there comes a point where, let's say 20 episodes from now, you guys are like, hey, you know what, we've had enough Blitzbox, don't want to see it anymore, then I'll obviously cancel that series and we'll move on to something else. Now, with that in mind, if you guys enjoy Blitzbox and you want to see more of it, definitely leave a like. That would be super duper cool to see. Let's go for 3,000 likes. It's Disney Infinity 3.0. With 1.0 we went for 1,000 likes. With 2.0 we went for 2,000 likes. So it only makes sense that with 3.0 we're gonna go for 3,000 likes. Let's see if we can do it, guys. I know it's quite a bit of a goal, but hopefully we can actually pull it off. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a rocking and let's get a rolling. So we're going to go ahead and select the toy box category. Then we're going to pick a new toy box because obviously we're getting started here. Ooh, well, this is kind of interesting because we can actually set up already a city or a tree house or a racetrack or terrain. But you know what? I think the best idea is to just start from an empty canvas and then work our way out. Look at that, there's Mickey to greet us, which is very appropriate actually, because I chose a very appropriate character, I think, for the very first episode of Blitzbox. I mean, it is Disney Infinity time, so I think I really did choose a correct ambassador, so to speak, for this episode. So there he is, spawning on in, ladies and gentlemen. It is, of course, the one and only, the lovely king of the magical kingdom himself. It's not King Mickey, but it is certainly Mickey Mouse. He's here to help us, and he is here to help us tackle Blitzbox. So, first course of action is we have 80,000 Glimmer to spend. So, I do think that we need to apply that in some way, shape, or form, especially in the toy store. So, we're going to head to the toy store right away, and let's see, where do we go? The world construction, the set pieces, the horseplay toys, the advanced toys, and the interior toys. So, I definitely want to get some interior stuff for future episodes because I do want to customize our interior because I think it'll be really cool. But for now, I think we're going to explore the world construction toys first. So we have toy box themes right here that are for the most part available to us. Now we can purchase a few extras by purchasing the Imperial Space Station or the Kylan or Kyleen area. Okay, so that's an option. Then there are toy box skies, which looks pretty interesting. So we have several different options up top here, which cost quite a bit, actually, to be honest. And then we have a whole bunch of other cool elements like the Pixie Hollow Sky, the Empire's Weapon, which is pretty cool, the Syndrome's Headquarters Sky. There's a lot of really interesting options right here. So this is intriguing for sure. The Open Sky Sea, there's Monsters University, Metroville, Mickey's, Kobe Sky, Infinity and Beyond, Dragon Flight Sky, and Fix-It Felix Sky. I kind of want to see what this retro video game sky is, because I think that'd be kind of interesting to see. All right, we're going to purchase that. Let's see what we have here. We have the rail slide customizers, which means that we can actually turn that to a different color. Not particularly interested in buying any of these right now, so we can just skip through that. Let's see what else we have here. Obviously, this is going to be, guys, very much a setup episode because I don't see us being able to build much things right now because there's a lot of things that we still need to get in order to actually get to the point where we can start assembling stuff. So, let's see. What else do we have? We have some blocks here. Now, these are very important. So, this is, I guess we've purchased all these, right? Lava blocks. We've purchased all of these, so no concerns there. We have not bought this, though, so let's buy that. Because blocks are always going to be important and useful, so I'm just going to go ahead and purchase all the blocks that are available. Then we have terrain. This is also going to be a very important component. So we're going to go ahead and put in the funds that are necessary in order to have access to all this. So let's go ahead and do that as well. We're going to get all these different blends, the rock terrain blends, the swirl terrain blends, and I think that's about everything that we need from that category. Now, here are some decorations. We have some of the decoration packs already purchased, which is lovely. We're going to go ahead, though, and purchase the other ones that are remaining over here, because those are obviously going to be pretty important. I'm not sure about all these butterflies, but benches, those are definitely going to be helpful. So we're going to grab that. Now, decorations page number 2. We have several components purchased. However, several are also missing. So let's go ahead and buy all of these decoration packs, because obviously, in my opinion, I think they're going to be very, very, very helpful throughout decorating our entire toy box. So we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and purchase. Go ahead and just go ahead and purchase stuff. Look at that. The inflatable Guido balloon. Or Guido. But I think it's Guido, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember his name. That's the guy from Cars, though, remember? All right. So we have got some topiary plants. We got some regular plants, I guess. Then we have brave plants. These are the plants that only grow in the most dangerous of areas. They're so brave that that's only where they grow. We got Metroville plants, the Monsters University plants. Those look awesome, so we definitely need to get some of those. Pirates of the Caribbean, that'll be lovely if we do something a little bit more exotic and cool looking. We can definitely go for that. We have some Toy Story plants, and then last but certainly not least, we have the Lone Ranger plants. So moving on back to the Toy Box themes. So let's see. Here I'm trying to think, do we want to buy all of these? You know what? I think we do want to buy them because I think these are always going to be helpful. So we might as well have access to all of these themes. I know they're pretty pricey. I mean, 250 to 500 points of glimmer is not cheap for sure. I mean, you're talking about like 1,000 glimmer for just 4 themes. That's a little pricey, but I think it's going to pay off, especially as we get to customizing. I think this is a good kind of foundational item to have. So I definitely think it's a pretty good idea and a pretty good investment throughout that will hopefully pay off as we continue to explore the game here. So there we are. We're buying the Echo Base, the Tatooine Desert, Mickey's Fantastic Farm Steed. I think that might be the one that we use as our default piece of land here initially. There's Princess Kida's world, and then the sites of San Francisco from, of course, Big Hero 6. So the skies, I think we're just gonna leave them as they are. Same thing with the rails. Creators, we have most of them. These are pretty pricey, but you know what? Let's buy them because it's better off to just invest in them now than wanting to get them later and they're too expensive. So we'll just purchase those as well. I think that puts us in a pretty solid position, all things considered. We can go ahead and back out of that category and check out the set pieces because this is going to be, again, a very pricey category, I'm guessing. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? Okay, so the Materhorn, some of these are still locked, so we can't even purchase some of these. Like, look at that. That looks incredible. The King Candy Cybog, the nefarious King Candy in Cybog form from Wreck-It Ralph. That's pretty awesome. Ooh, I really want that. Ooh, look at that. That's really cool, too. The Scarefloor video wall. That looks pretty neat, too. All right, so let's see. Do we want to buy the Epcot Spaceship Earth? I'm not sure, but let's get Flynn's Arcade for sure. We definitely want that. Do we want the lighthouse? Yeah, I guess that could be a pretty good item to purchase. There's the Haunted Mansion. That could be kind of spooktacular. Again, also, guys, I'd love for you to help me decide in the comments section below what kind of terrain we're going to use. So stick around for the video, and then in the comment section below, you'll help me decide what we're going to use. Oh, we have Avengers Tower, ladies and gentlemen. We have Avengers Tower. We also have Oscorp Tower, the Daily Bugle. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Nowhere Watchtower. Ooh, there's going to be some really cool Marvel things going on for sure. There's the New Holland Windmill. There's Scrooge McDuck's Money Bin, which is awesome. There's the Nicelanders Complex Apartment, or Apartment Complex, I should say. There's Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Ooh, I remember this, the Phineas and Ferb water slide. That was a very useful item in the last Blitz box that we did. There's the House from Up, and the Sword in the Stone. We could have that as like an attraction where everybody needs to pull on that. All right, so let's see. These are always awesome as well, so we're definitely going to purchase some of these. The Goo Volcano is the one that you, in Disney Infinity 1.0, if you ever remember that. It's been a while. But you were able to walk into the goo, and there was goo that could make you shrink, and then there was goo that could make you larger. And that was always a cool component. I really did enjoy that. I think that was a really neat thing to see. So let me go ahead and just continue acquiring the rest of the items here, or at least the ones that we currently can even purchase. And we'll see where we stand in terms of Glimmer, because I want to just buy all this first and kind of see, okay, like what do we need now? How many more points is it going to take to get the rest of the things? Do we need the rest of the things, and so on and so forth? And I think the answer to that second question is absolutely we do, because it'd be really cool to add more things throughout. Whoa, look at this. You can buy the Star Destroyer. You could even buy the Sarlacc Pit. What? My voice even cracked because of how excited I got about that. There's the Battle of Endor AT-AT, or AT-AT. Ooh, there's some really cool things. All right, let's buy the Incredibles buildings. We're going to buy the Monsters University buildings, the Radiator Springs buildings. I remember spending so much Glimmer on this. Now it's just 100 cost. Like, that's crazy how cheap it is in comparison. All right, there we are. So we've purchased all of those buildings. We have the Toy Story buyout. I don't know what that is, but I guess maybe, Toy Store buyout. I guess we've purchased enough in the Toy Store to warrant that trigger there. All right, so let's see. We have the building sets here, which are actually very affordable, because what you have to consider is the fact that this is multiple items. You're not just buying the Ewok bridge right there. Like, you're buying all the village connectors, which is really cool. And that's a great price for those. Like, definitely affordable and definitely awesome to see that. So, let's see. We have all this. Ooh, look at that. The Sushi Cat. Okay, the Sushi Cat is our mascot, guys. Sushi Cat. Sushi Cat. It will be the Sushi Cat. Sushi Cat. All right, we're going to get the Main Street USA rooftops, buildings, and rooftops number 2, as well as the accessory pack, of course. Why not? Move on down here. There's something a little bit more spooktacular. So when we have a spooky area, we will definitely have some utilization for that via all these Halloween bits and pieces. So this is great. This is a great amount of stuff right there. Now in building sets number 4, we have the farm building set. Yes, that is great. That is going to come in very, 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 very handy. So we're going to purchase all that, then get the Pirate Town buildings pieces. Can you imagine when we open up our crafting option, guys, finally, how much stuff we're going to have? We have so many things that we could use. We have the Death Star structures, the Death Star clip-on details, the Kylan Bridge, not Kylo Ren Bridge, I almost said, because anytime I see K-Y-L related to Star Wars, I'm like, Kylo Ren! I gotta say Kylo Ren! I don't even know why. I guess it's just because I've been watching so much like Star Wars The Force Awakens stuff that I'm getting psyched for it. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of stuff here for the cantina and such. But we have not been able to open it up yet, so hopefully we'll be able to do so pretty soon, because there's a lot of stuff still to collect here. Let's see. Can we buy any of this? Yes, we may. We can buy the castle pieces, the castle walls. That's pretty important. I think that'd be a part of the castle pieces, but I guess not. There's the Agrabah Palace, and that clears out everything there, right? Okay, yeah, because I thought maybe we missed this. Okay, so let's see what we have. Here's the Asgard railings. So if we want to do anything Asgardian or anything like that, we definitely will be able to do that. There's the Arendelle flags. That's pretty cool. Arendelle walls and bridges, as well as the houses from Arendelle. So we could do some frozen lovely things. Ooh, look at that Gravity Falls stuff. Oh, yes. I never got around to doing much with Gravity Falls in Blitzbox 2.0. So this time, hopefully we'll be able to do so. That would be just awesome. And I think we're back to the beginning, right? We've cleared everything here. So bought everything we could there. We've spent about half the Glimmer that we had. So this was definitely not an easy purchase. This was quite expensive, all that. So that was quite a bit of spending. Let's see. Ooh, I do want to get some sidekicks. That would be really, really cool. Oh, what? Wait, you can't purchase these yet? Okay, I guess we unlocked them little by little over time. Look at all these sidekicks. There's so many cool characters. Look at all of them. Look at that. There's the Muppets down there. That's really cool. Who else is over here? Oh, Jack Skellington. That would be so cool. Oh, look at that. And there's Fix It Felix. And the gnomes and stuff. Let's see. What do we have over here? Oh, Darkwing Duck. I got to get that. That would be awesome. Which is your favorite sidekick, guys? Out of the ones that are available here, and you can see in the pictures, which is the one that you find to be the coolest of the bunch? Let me know in the comments section below. I definitely would love to hear from you guys. There's the Collector. Let's buy him. The Collector's too cool. The Collector's too cool. We're buying the Spider-Man cast. We are buying the Avengers cast. We're getting all these characters. We're getting the Pirates of the Caribbean cast, Cars cast, Toy Story and Lone Ranger, very nice. I didn't even remember that there were Toy Story in Space cast members, so that's kind of cool. There's some of the Incredibles characters and Monsters University as well. What do we have here? There's the Star Wars cast members. Yeah, I gotta give Star Wars a little bit of love. Well, actually, it looks like we've already purchased all the ones that we can. The others are still locked for now. We definitely need to get Jabba the Hutt at some point. And we gotta open up a hot dog shop for him where it says hot dogs, but it's spelled like Jabba the Hutt, so it'll be Hutt dogs. So it'll be hot dogs. It'll be perfect. It'll be a perfect place for sure. It'll be hilarious. All right, and now last but certainly not least, we get to the interior. This is going to be also, I'm guessing, very, very expensive to purchase all this stuff. Oh, yep, this is definitely not going to be fun to pay for all this. But you know what? We're going to do it now because this is the kind of thing that we're going to want to unlock later, and we might not have enough glimmer for it, so we might as well just get it all now and acquire it while we still can. So what is this? This is the interior themes 2.0. Oh my goodness, there's so many interior themes. That is crazy. It's crazy. There are more interior themes than there are exterior themes. That's so weird. I guess the interior has become more popular than I've ever realized. Then again, I did enjoy always doing the interior because it feels like you're just building like it's almost like Sims or something where you're just building this little house for yourself and all your characters and such. So that's always been pretty fun. There's the Death Star lobby theme, so we're going to acquire that. Yikes, we are running out of glimmer left, right, and center. We got to get that because that's amazing. The Millennium Falcon centerpiece looks glorious. Ewok Bonfire would be cool, but these are all 1,000 points. That's so expensive. That is so expensive. Oh, man, let's see. What else is over here? Because I really would like to prioritize what we purchase and not just buy everything at this point since we're starting to run low on glimmer very, very quickly here. So let's see. Wait, was that it then? So then it's not that bad. I don't feel as bad about acquiring these. Do we go for them, guys? Or do we... Oh, this is so tough. Let's see. What's over here? There's the interior rooms themselves. And I think this is probably actually the most important thing to purchase. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Because I think these are probably going to be the most important components. Is all these little side rooms and such. The 6-sided stairway. Okay, that sounds pretty awesome. There's the square stairway. I'm just going to buy all of these different structures because I think those are going to be very, very important. And hopefully will pay off. What do we have in here? This is the bedroom furniture. So we have all that purchased, which is great. So we don't have to worry about that. What do we have here? This is just kind of like extra decoration, I guess. Yep, this is not as specific. I want to get some of the Marvel stuff because we're obviously going to do Avengers-related things. Okay, beautiful. You get the Avengers. Most of the Avengers items and Marvel stuff is already unlocked. Whoa, look at that Ninja Turtle size right there. But those are obviously Electra size, but I thought of Raphael for some reason. Oversized plush of the Bantha? Yes, please. Sign me up. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I want that in real life. Oh, somebody should make that. The Darth Maul rug. Oh, that's so cool. As long as it's not spiky, because they'll be like walking on Legos, which wouldn't feel too good or great for that matter. Let's see. We have 3.0 portraits here. Do we have 2.0 portraits? Okay, I guess you could unlock these by placing the characters. Is that how it works? Because that's how it worked previously, right? So maybe I just need to rescan all the characters. I'll try to do that, guys. Because it looks like that is exactly how it works since over here, there's Mickey right there. So I'm guessing as this character. So I'm guessing that's how you unlock those specific portraits. Whoa, look at all these arcades. That's pretty crazy. There's so many cool arcades to play, guys. Yikes. Disney Infinity single-player arcade games. Green arcade games. Okay, how much are all of these? 100? Are they only 100? Yes. All right, we're getting all of these then. Because we're going to have an arcade room in our interior and exterior. We'll build a whole arcade. Like those old school arcades where you'd go and like actually use coins and stuff. Like now there's like basically only like Dave & Buster's. And are there any others? I don't know. In Canada, I think it's only Dave & Buster's that's an arcade. That's the only one that I can think of. And even then, it's not an arcade in the traditional sense. It's more... Well, I guess it is kind of an arcade. I mean, it's kind of hard to put it into any other category, but they also have like a restaurant and bowling and billiards, so I don't even know if it's an arcade necessarily. So yeah, but it's the closest thing to an arcade, that's for sure. All right, so let's see. Now we move on to the furniture here. Minnie Mouse's house furniture is 1,000. Minnie Mouse's for house furniture number 2 is 1,000. Yikes, these are really pricey. But you know what? We're going for them because, oh wow, I don't even know if I want to do that anymore. Because I'm trying to look at it and I'm like, yikes, that's so pricey. That is really, 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 really expensive. A lot of these are just like unbelievably pricey. Captain America furniture. Okay, I really want all of the Avengers stuff. So we're going to get all this because Avengers, obviously I'm a huge Marvel fan. So got to get all the Avengers stuff. Plus I remember it was awesome in 2.0. So got to get all that stuff acquired. Even though it's 500 per set. We got to get all that. Oh, and now I want to get some of this. There's Death Star furniture. There's the Cantina stuff. Oh, wow. There's so much cool stuff. Ooh, that looks neat. There's Hoth Echo Base stuff. Oh, my goodness. There's so much cool things in here. It's impossible to decide. How are you supposed to be able to just pick one? Like, you're, yeah, I'm just going to buy that stuff. It's too difficult. All right. You know what? We're going to go for these because I think this would be a good idea to just add some more stuff to our collection of goodies here. So we're just going to buy these because they're pretty affordable. They're 100 per set. So we should be able to just buy all of these decorations as well. There's a ton of cool stuff in here, though. That's for sure. We spent the entire time in the toy store, I know, guys, but that's, as I said, today is a setup episode. It always is and it always will be. The first episode, you got to get all the stuff in order. That's really the key, getting to unlock all this stuff. Plus, we're kind of getting a perspective of the different things that we're going to be building. So I like to use this also as the episode where you guys can give me ideas like, hey, Blitzwinger, I think it'd be really cool if you made this, or hey, I think this would be a really neat idea, and so on and so forth. So if you have any ideas of that kind, definitely do not hesitate to use the comment section down below to let me know. I definitely would appreciate that. All right, we're getting that Death Star rug as well because it looks amazing. And the Sarlacc pit rug, and we'll put like maybe a buddy, Boba Fett in there. He'd be freaking out. He'd be like, what is happening? Why must I relive this moment every day? It's just terrifying. All right, let's see. Can we afford all of these? Because I'd like to just know that we've cleared most collectibles. Oh, nope. We're not going to be able to afford all. So what's going to be our final purchase, guys? Is it Padme's Japper Snippet, Han Solo and Carbonite, Death Star HoloNet Projection, or C-3PO Ewok Throne? We got to go for the Ewok Throne. It's obscure enough. We got to go for that. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have finally set ourselves up in position to hopefully now succeed with this whole thing. So let's see. Go ahead and bring this up. As you can see, we have our ground vehicles, flying vehicles, mounts, enemies, sidekicks. That's pretty neat. Critters, cast members. There's all the different cast members that we've already unlocked. And there's some of those Avenger characters that we've got, like Wasp and so on and so forth. So that's really cool. We've got character townspeople, regular townspeople, Disney Infinity 3.0, builders, creators, creative toys, gameplay toys, which these are going to be very, very cool for like challenges and such. We'll have a ton of fun with that. Sports toys, tons and tons of buildings, set pieces, building sets, groups. There's going to be a ton of stuff. Like, look at this. We have just hundreds upon probably even thousands of items. Final thing I wanted to ask your help with, of course, remember I said it at the beginning, was what theme we should go with. So let me know what you think the core theme of the actual first base should be. So I'm kind of scrolling through all of them. Please, in the comment section below, vote for what you think our regular theme throughout the city should be. So whether it's something like the Sports Fan that you like, or the Enchanted Briar Ridge Forest, or Tink's Treasure, whatever it is that you think, okay, that looks really cool, we should go for that. Just type it in the comment section below. Let me know. I'm going to read through the comments, and by next Wednesday, I will know exactly which one you guys want to see, and that will help me decide what we're going with. Because again, as much as I want to build all of this myself, I want to have you guys involved as well, letting me kind of know, like, hey, we think this would be a really cool idea, or we think you should consider this, or you should consider that, and so on and so forth. I can't promise, again, that I'm always going to take everything into consideration, because that's just going to get chaotic and just out of control, because you can't, you know, do everything. But I will try to do my best. Ooh, I really like that, the retro video game one. That looks really neat. But again, so let me know in the comment section below which one you like. I've cycled through all of them there. As always, guys, have an absolutely fantastic day. I'll catch all you lovely folks next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.